ডক্টর শান্ত, রাজনীতিতে একটা সহিংসতার রূপ আমরা দেখতে পাচ্ছি চারদিকেই। শুধু
will come. But if you guys have ethanol, please give us the solution. Happy to see the pricing of the ethanol. If it works out to be better, more competitively priced, I'm sure our government will be very willing to look at it, and also private sector will be looking forward to looking into this.
Thank you very much for the question and for the answer. And the last.
Let me just because this could be a great opportunity to bring companies from Brazil also and to invest here. This is my job here. This is what I would like to do. You know. Thank you.
That's very interesting. Thank you very much. And I think indeed cooperation with Brazil could be very promising. We have time for one final question, and I would like to give the word to Mr. Imran over there.
Yeah, hello, thanks. This is Imran Chaudhuri. So I'm representing German company IV Works. So we are one of the active European investor in Bangladesh art industry. So implementing a 50 megawatt project in Sonagaji area under private power generation. So I'd like to make my question very specific. So my question to maybe Bark sir or the Schrader sir, that we all know that land is one of the biggest problem in the country. So then why the current government is floating the tender without land, without a grid evacuation, and expecting from the private sector that they would bid for competitive tariff? And also my just last question is that to the Pran sir, MD sir, that what's the key background from your side that you think that you are going with the CPPA as a bankable? Because as a foreign investor, what we think that it's really tough to sign a kind of private power purchase agreement with a private sector in Bangladesh, for the payment guarantee issue. Yeah, thanks.
So 1 minute. It has been mentioned by Chairman Schrader regarding the land issue. We are aware because the government is in a right position to reply this question, not me. But still, I am aware that the ministry was considering this issue before floating the tender initially. As we are aware, particularly in our neighbor country in India, usually the government or public sector, in fact, they provide land and transmission line to the substation. Here, certainly the government is not in a position at this point to provide land. But the government, particularly Mr. Fazul Kabir Khan, he is in thought that the land, if the government can provide land and the transmission line, then the per unit cost will come lower further. So they are, or the government is considering this. But in these tenders, that provision has not been made, but it is in the thought. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So I'm afraid that we will have to start wrapping up now, and I really apologize to those who didn't have the possibility to ask your questions, but please feel free to approach us, approach the panelists after the discussion. Let me just try to conclude with some thoughts and remarks and some summary from my side before concluding today's session. So, and I would like to really recall the words of His Excellency, the Chief Advisor, from earlier today, where he was recommending, he was suggesting to do business with purpose and to change the world by doing business. And I think really the renewable energy sector is probably one of the best sectors to really do business and change the world at the same time, because renewable energy is good for the environment and for the climate. And 10, 20 years ago, if you were in renewable energy, then that was your main motivation. But by today, renewable energy has really become the cheapest source of electricity, very competitive all over the world, and especially in a country like Bangladesh with a lot of sunshine, with ideal geographical conditions. Investing in renewable energy, both downstream deployment and upstream manufacturing, really helps to improve competitiveness of every country. And renewable energy deployment as well as manufacturing create a lot of jobs locally, and these are local jobs. So there are plenty of reasons for investing in renewables and for creating an enabling regulatory framework for renewables. And Bangladesh's renewable energy potential is really vast and so far mostly untapped. But we see that there is a lot of opportunity here and a lot of movement, and it's great to see the strong ambition of the government. And Europe is, as was said by Ambassador Miller, is extremely motivated and a very interesting partner, bringing technology, financing, technical assistance through what we call the Global Gateway initiative. And of course there are some challenges, and overcoming barriers and challenges of course require policy and regulatory reforms which are very much ongoing in Bangladesh. We heard about the draft renewable energy policy which provides an enabling environment. We heard about plans to enable the MPP, the merchant power policy, corporate power purchase agreements, agri-solar, floating solar and other innovative applications. We heard about ways to address challenges related to land availability. So there is a lot of positive movement going on in Bangladesh. And when I go back to Brussels in 2 days, I will be very happy to report back to my association and my members about this. And of course, financing is very important as well. And it was really good to have EIB in this panel discussion, offering some insights on how Europe can contribute to financing and to overcoming financing related challenges in Bangladesh. So with this, I would like to invite the participants to join me in thanking our distinguished guests for today. Discussion. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Matej Heis, for an excellent moderation of the panel discussion. I would like to request the panelists to please take a step forward in front of the chair on the table for a group photograph.
ডক্টর শান্ত, রাজনীতিতে একটা সহিংসতার রূপ আমরা দেখতে পাচ্ছি চারদিকেই। শুধু পরস্পর বিরোধী রাজনৈতিক দলগুলো নানান ধরনের সংঘর্ষে লিপ্ত হচ্ছে তাই নয়, বিএনপির মতো বড় দল নিজেরাই নিজেদের মধ্যে সংঘর্ষে লিপ্ত হয়ে যাচ্ছে।